Welcome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this intuitive reading with me, Sarahmony from the Intuitive Gym. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm grateful for your support and your participation. You know what to do. And if it's your first time here, hi, welcome. I'm Sarahmony, and I'm so excited that you have decided to try this intuitive monthly reading with me. I want you to take a deep breath, soften your gaze, tune into your intuition, and then kind of open your eyes looking at the screen, seeing these three objects. Without overthinking it, simply go with the first object that is speaking to you somehow, striking your senses in some way. Have you got it? So, what I'm seeing is a heaviness that you are maybe grappling with how you can release it, because maybe you want to feel light, but I'm also noticing that there's something about just maybe this thing releasing from you, and this heaviness and this lightness have this relationship with you. And I'm seeing this coming together, and what it's doing for you is creating a harmonious, beautiful relationship. A relationship that requires both the heaviness, there's purpose and there's validity and there's value in the heaviness that you experience. There's also value and integrity and a necessity in the lightness that you crave, because ultimately what you are doing is you're being guided to create a sense of art out of your experience. There's something about you that has an effortlessness to it. And so I want you to think about what exactly that is for you. This effortlessness, this gift that you have. And as you're tuning into your gift, consider this is your light. It comes so naturally. It shines like the sun rises every single day. And yet, there is also perhaps this, the other side, the other side of your coin, the other side of your symbol, of your chime. And really, it's this side, this underside, that is coming into contact with reality, with what you're up against. And it's this very thing that you're coming up against that is going to create the sound. It's going to realize the thoughts, or it's going to bring about the situations that needed to recognize this signal and your presence. So that is part of my intuitive message for you, because you've chosen these chimes I love that there's two of them. It takes two to come together. There's these two. It's not the top, it's not the conscious, it's just part of the subconscious. So it's not just your own exertion or your own planning or your own fabrication or vision. You're also rising to this grand occasion in your life, and you're coming up against something that you don't even need to necessarily have it figured out or to be prepared to control yourself. Something is going to come together and create a beautiful signal. And the signal is going to ripple out in ways that you can't even fathom at this point. And that's part of the beauty of it. So I just felt like that is what is, this is the message for you. And I want to also pull your mirror of recognition here. So let's tune in to your mirror of recognition. Here it is, right here on top. Your mirror of recognition. So really with this moon, even though there's this lunar eclipse, really what I'm seeing being brought to the surface for you is, what was I saying about strategy? The chess queen. And I did flip it, so she shows up to you in the reverse, which I suppose can be about, yes, having some sort of strategy. So when it comes to this, and when it comes to what I was just saying, there's this sense of, there's only so much preparing that you can do, and there's also just a need to trust that you and everything that you do or are doing is enough for, like I said, for the two little symbols to come together and clang and make their sound. Now, you know yourself best, so that's really also up to you, is to make sure that you are being honest with yourself, that you're being clear and aware with where you're actually at in your present reality and where your next moves actually are showing up and arriving, so you can be in a good relationship with where you're at. So yeah, I think that it's really clear to me that near the very end of this month, I'm seeing 30, near the very end of this month or around this time, or even just considering the number 30 in and of itself, it's this grand mastery. It's an experienced level of communication, and it's an experienced level of creativity. It's an experienced level. It's not a beginner level. And so you have, and even the number 30 is typically, it's the end number count of every month in a solar year, right? So if we think of the end, if a month represents, if 30 days represents, or 31 days represents what one can accomplish in a month, this is really looking at your ability to be today, right here and now, is a day one of a 30-day count for you. Regardless of, the mankind's annual calendars and years and months and what day it is right here now, like I'm looking at my calendar and it's telling me what day it is right now as I'm recording this for you. I want you to consider also here and now, when you tune back in with yourself, you can be the chess queen. Think 30 days from now. What are the things that may or may not supposed to happen? How much of your time and energy is being allocated for what? What has been brushed aside? What has been neglected? What have you been avoiding? Make sure you bring that stuff up front, because normally when it comes to chess, you can't just necessarily expect to win the game just by having all of your strategies planned out. You also have to know what you're playing up against, right? So it is also being willing to be flexible in the day-to-day moves between number 1 and 30. Because ultimately 30, could look like something in your head when you're at day 1, but you could still reach 30, aka winning the game, but it might be on a different part of the chessboard than you thought it could, if when you're playing this out in your head. So I want you to consider that. This is a good sign for you. This is a recognition of your skills and an encouragement for you to continue checking back in with yourself, not just with your 30-day vision, you know, but also checking back in and taking account for where am I at right here, right now. This is not necessarily about the shortest, most efficient route. It is about strategizing and bringing the most important things up front. Again, bringing the most important things to the front of your day, to the front of your time. For those of you who will join me here on Patreon, I invite you to come join me because we are going to look into specifically your home, your work, your love life, and your health. Your home, I see it right there. Your home, the home. Wow. Your home is the 8 of Wands. Work. Love it. Work is interesting. The Hermit. And yes, your love life. Nice. The Ace of Pentacles. Health and wellness. Health and your wellness. Beautiful. The Star. Excellent. I really look forward to going deep with you into detail into these areas of your life. Already, I'll put this kind of spread right up here for you. Already, I'm seeing a very clear relationship between your home and your work life. There's some interesting details there that I'm seeing. I'm already noticing that Hermit that's representing your work is holding what, you know, this lantern, and interesting how that lantern, that he's holding it is very similar to the Star card that's in your health position, in your health and wellness, which is also just, I'm super excited about that. And then here with the Ace of Pentacles that is in your love life, this is just a fantastic reading for you. I can already tell that especially to see what's happening with your home, there's a lot of movement happening. There's a lot of swift energy coming in for you, and things are lining up for sure. So no wonder you chose these little chimes. I hope to see you over on my Patreon, where we are going to go through this right here and now. So if you'd like to join me over there, I'll put the link below for you, and you can just click on that and find this extended reading right over there on Patreon, patreon.com/intuitivegym. I wish you all the very best in all the music that you're making in your life. All right, see you over on Patreon. Thank you so much to my top supporters, my subscribers, and thank you for watching. As I look at your feather, I can't help but think that you have something to do with the types of people who selected the chimes in our community here, in our group here, in our connection here. There's something about the edge of the very delicate fine edge of wind that you touch, or that you know how to use. There's a vision, there's a delicate nature There's a connection to the higher mind that you have. Um, just thinking of the delicateness of being able to have something that picks up on the senses. Oh, so good. When you are in touch with your subtle senses. So, that being said, there's something, now you don't necessarily, you don't know, right? You don't concretely, explicitly know who are these people in your life who would have, if given the choice or made to choose, mm, who would have chosen those chimes. They're right here, actually. Yeah, we'll just bring up one for you. But there's something about your relationship. Do you see there's something very hard about this right now? Heavy. There's something very light about what you are in touch with and about what you can offer. There's something about you that eludes and escapes folks like this. There's something that is rippling out from them. And this is something that I'm noticing there's something that you're already in touch with, in tune with right now with regards to other people. So there's something about this that I'm telling you right now that it's like it's not even for you, but it's for you in relationship with what you can sense and what you already know. So let's continue a little deeper with what you sense and what you know. And what is it about what you sense and what you know that eludes some other people that you may be living with, working with, talking to, needing to da 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 da? I'm hearing it music. There's something about you that can float on the wind. There's something about you that knows how to fly, that knows how to find a feather, put it in a cap, wear it like a badge of honor, or even use ink and write with it. There's something that's already finished. I say finished, and I guess I say finished because it's in relation to what some other people in your life are searching for or needing your help with. And so it's almost like, what is a bird without its feathers? Me, can't fly. And therein lies my message to you. You have a quality and you have a skill to connect with other people through this quality of yours, through this skill of yours, that will allow them, but also you, to fly. Because, let's keep this focused on the feather. Because otherwise, without that energy from them, without that effort from them, without the trust and the consent and the commitment from you successfully partnering up with them, finding out what it is that they want or need to fly, and if it's what you got, you will both fly in a way that is, I suppose, that's a whole nother ball game than you floating on the wind, which is also your message. Kind of depends on which route you need to take. Because isn't that what this time is about, is There's been a side to you that's stronger than the other side to you, like a plant. There's one side of you, just like the moon, that's seen the sun, and there's another side of you that has never seen the sun, never will see the sun. Oh, or will it? Could you be the the sponge that sucks up the sun's light and brings it inside of you and turns that sunlight inward? Doesn't need to be the sun? Maybe not. Maybe you are the halfway mark between the light and the dark. Maybe you are the halfway mark. Maybe you're the middleman. Maybe you're the middle of the chart. Maybe your X marks the spot. Maybe you don't even need to go anywhere unless the wind takes you, or unless the right partnerships connect and you fly together. Maybe you don't need any preoccupation with going there right now, unless you're already there, because that's where you already are. It's where you're here to be, right here. Right here. Stay your place. Stay your place. This is your message. All right. I'm going to pull your mirror of recognition in this beautiful card for you at this time. I'm going to see your mirror of recognition. And here we go. Here it is. That is it. Ready? Aww, what did I say? I geek out so hard because of my spidey senses. I can't help but like pick and touch things and shut my eyes, and I connect the things. Fairness and balance and being in the middle. It's so cute. Now do you see yourself? Now do you believe me? Now do you believe me? Now do you believe you? You are the keeper of the scales. You are attuned to fairness and balance. You don't need to be on one side or the other. You are the center. Oh, don't feel like you need to pick sides right now. Stay the center. Stay the center. Your lucky number is 38. Isn't that great? Something I can part with you for now about numbers and the 38 is that the 38 is a combination of creative karma. How does that sound for you? Creative karma through the form of connection, communication, and play. And sometimes the games that are being played, sometimes the creativity that is occurring, sometimes the communication happening, sometimes karma, sometimes it's destroying someone else's art. Sometimes it's mangling someone else's meaning. Sometimes it's disconnecting from something that no longer deserves all of the eggs in its basket. So I want to remind you, stick to the center and trust in your delicate intuition of knowing who you are to partner with and give your flight to, your gift of flight, and who not, because you're here and the wind of the universe will also carry you wherever it is you are, wherever it is you long to go, floating along until synchronicity comes and brings you face to face with your own destiny. Beautiful. Beautiful for you, little feather. All right, get ready. We are going to go deeper. So as I'm shuffling, I want you to consider what is happening in your home life. What is happening in your work life? What is happening in your love life? I don't just mean romantic, but I also mean romantic because you have passion, right? You're a passionate being. You have goals, you have commitments, you have your values. Love. I do mean you love every form of love and where you put your love. And finally, we're going to look at your health and your wellness, this particular part of your life, see what shows up, see how specific we want to get. And so I invite you to join me on patreon.com/intuitivegem. That's where I will post the video for this extended reading. So let's take a look at your cards here. First up, I already feel it. First up for your home, we have the moon. Hello. For your work, bam, honey. We've got the moon and death, two majors. This is not specific, this is big. And wow. And then next up we have your love. What's going on? Let's go. Ooh, I almost lost it. This one. Your love is, can't deny it, 3 major arcana out of 78 cards. Seriously, something is coming to full clarity. Love life. Something is coming to completion. And also your health and your wellness. Tuning into you, health and wellness. Let's take a look together. I see good signs. I see good signs. I see good signs for you. All right, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to get into this again. Set my cards aside. We've got, so I'm going to put it right up here for you. We have got the moon in your home life. What is going on? We're going to talk about this. Then we've got death in your area of work, your profession, your career, where it is that you work, where it is you put your energy. You know, you're working on it. Death, big shift for you right now. The world showing up in your love life. Holy jolie. Can't wait to dig deep into that with you. And then finally, we have the Knight of Cups. This is a really good sign. I'm really excited to hear and to share with you what comes through for this. So join me over there on Patreon. I'm going to put the link right below for you so you can click on that, come over and join me over there. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Do give this video a like if you liked it. That helps show me that you do appreciate it and that you do enjoy these readings. And also, if you can, share a comment below. You can share the word feather. You can write to me about what you think about this beautiful keeper of the scales that you are. Did this reading resonate with you? Let me know. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you so much to my top supporters, my subscribers, and thank you for watching. As I tune in to you, I'm noticing right away that there are many things that you're interested in. So many things. And the reason why you're interested in so many things and learning is because you, just like this crystal, have so many facets to your being, and they touch you. You know, the things that you're interested in are interested in you. Hello. Hello, Crystal. Nice to meet you. You collect so much knowledge. You are a crystal being. And I want you to see there's this beautiful, like, shard fossil fractal thing inside. Do you see this? I know this video isn't the most clear, so I'm going to try to show you a photo of what I'm talking about. Do you see this? Beautiful. And this is what I'm seeing with you. So I'm going to talk to you with my hands. What I'm seeing is that you have this interest in your life, in your life experience right now. And this interest, it's as if it is bringing you into some kind of alignment. It's bringing you into the path. It's pushing you from both sides, from all sides, and it's helping you to feel into the shape and the being and the entity that is you. It's helping you to experience your own sense of individuation, of autonomy, of uniqueness, so that you can see, so that you can feel, so that you can perceive and appreciate you. Because all of the things you're interested in are interested in you. They're coming into you. Yeah? Look how quickly they come in. Look how open you are. Now, you've been listening, you've been hearing me talk about this. Are you ready for what's next? A little bit of wisdom, right? I want to acknowledge the power of your crystal. First of all, talk about powerful you are. With power comes, a lot of responsibility. And part of your responsibility is being crystal clear. So what I mean by this is that also part of you and the fact that how open you are is bringing in and drawing in so much connection, excellente, right? What I'm also getting is that you have certain energetic allotments or timings that you can afford to bring in and process your relationship with this. That's what that little shard thing is there in the center that you internalize. And there are certain things that come in that are like facilitations. They're facilitations. They're not necessarily to be memorized or implanted. They're just facilitations. Peripheral informations, peripheral sounds that help you achieve context. I know I'm speaking so abstractly, and yet also I trust that part of what is coming through for you to recognize is that not everything needs to be crystallized in order for you to have your integrity, in order for you to resonate true and pure, in order for you to be valuable, in order for you to function, in order for you to enjoy yourself, and in order for you to experience satisfaction. Enough is enough. You can even stop reading the book mid-sentence. You can pause this video and walk away. You can choose. Do you see that? You can choose the pace at which you are being crystallized. Part of what I notice that is important about this is that it has to do with you remaining in touch with your own truth and your own clarity despite your learning process, because there's also this sense of I don't know what I don't know till I experienced it, and I felt that, and now I had a thought and thought about it and called it knowledge, you know. So that's what I'm saying is beyond thinking, before thinking, your pure experience, your pure absorption, you're collecting, and that is something that is open. And there are things, again, peripheral things, there's context. And while it is important, attent, I invite you to remember that you also human, not just this little rocky rock. And the difference between you and this little rocky rock right now, as far as you are concerned, is that you can attune your attention to something else. And by tuning your attention to something else, you can alleviate anything that is causing dustiness. Because why is this crystal so shiny? Why is it not just covered with rock and dirt? That's because we cleaned it. We removed all the debris. We removed the context to see this thing that we call pure, right? Purity. And that is the message for you. There is a level of purity that you have already. And you are pure regardless of how much more you import or take in, because there's facilitations that happen, and some of the things that you're learning and you're interested in are also helping to dislodge and remove debris that you've collected throughout your entire life. And that's cool. It helps. But it doesn't mean that you're also supposed to just take on these extra things. You can also kind of just let it all fluff off. So let's take a look at your mirror of recognition. Mirror of recognition. Mirror of recognition. It's there. This one. That is not it. There's 3 cards under. That's a little bit better. Upside down. Bing. Upside down. Well, we see you here. Ringmaster of Scrutiny. So this reminds me of what I was just saying. Scrutinizing. What I'm really seeing for you, again, right? Knowledge, collecting all this information, channeling it, making it into something. There's something about this purity that I was talking to you about. There's something about 9, being wise, remembering your wisdom. I love how the colors are all the same, basically. And also, I can't help but there's this old dude, you're not, this is just because you're learning a lot, just because you're consuming a lot of information, doesn't mean that you don't know what to do with it. All right. Also, remember, long time ago back in school, you had a teacher who would plan your content. They would plan, what and when and how much. And just because you're interested, you might, binge, right? You might binge because you can, and you can administer this to yourself. And so just again, using clear vision, clear discernment, noticing the details. Part of why I think this came up upside down is recognizing that just like eating great, delicious food, if you just eat too much of it, you get a little chubby and it can slow you down in other areas of your life, right? There's nothing right or wrong about it. It just means there's other things that you can't do the same way that you used to, like running up a hill. So, part of this is when you start just allowing yourself to be super duper open because you're excited about what you're learning and you're bringing it all in, the just one more thing just comes back to recognizing that, even though you're turned on, you also have a physical being that needs a chance to rest and digest, not just what you put in your mouth, but what you put in your eyes, what you process in your mind, the amount of stress that you undergo when you are using your executive functioning all of the time. Mm, all of the time. There are other things for you to do. Use your discernment. Trust that you know enough. Enjoy the longevity of your life. And yeah, so let's take a look at where all of this knowledge and learning and this mastery that you're in and these things that you're working on. Are you like writing a book or something? Are you creating something? Are you a teacher? Are you really here are you really here to bring forth something? Let's take a look. I love that there's this little mousy that's like looking super duper close at through a magnifying glass at the book. But then there's also, this guy and he's looking at his own wand, which to me is just really trusting that you don't have to like be right up there with your stuff. You can also just kind of like tune in, you can tune in using your frequency, use your intuition. So let's take a look at your home. Let's go into your home life. What's happening in your home? In your environment where you're living. Here it is. In your home, King of Cups. Excellent. I'm excited to look at that. In your work life, your career, your profession, the projects, your employment. I saw it right here. Ace of Cups. Ooh, yes. Let's see your love life. Oh, I love the cups. I'm excited. My cup is empty. I'm thirsty. I love cat. I'm really, but I want to finish your reading here. I'll get a drink of water in just a minute. I gotta stay with us because we got your love on the line. What's it gonna? There it is. Love. Queen of Swords. No joking around. Just kidding. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm seeing really good signs for you all around. Honestly, this excites me so much. I'm happy for you. I'm feeling happy for you. It's what I would want for you. Let's put it that way. Okay, and one more, your health and your wellness. If it wasn't already written loud and clear with these cards, your health and wellness, I'm seeing it right here. Your health and wellness, the Hierophants, excellent. I'm so excited to get into the specifics of these with you. All right, so I'm going to put them up here for you to see again. Again, we have the King of Cups in your home. We have the Ace of Cups in your work and your career. We have the Queen of Swords in your love life. And then also the Hierophant here in your health and your wellness. And so if you want to go with me into this in-depth reading that I'm just about to go on after I get my drink of water, I invite you to click on the link below, go to patreon.com/intuitivegem. This is where I'm going to post the video for this full-length extended reading where I go into the specifics of these wonderful cards with you. All right, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you. All right, I'm signing off for now, and I'll see you over in my Patreon for these extended readings. All right. See you next time. Bye. Thank you so much to my top supporters, my subscribers, and thank you for watching.